Milwaukee Brewers going up against the Cincinnati Reds.
And now,
first pitch coming your way next.
Cincinnati Reds.
Today's starting pitcher, Rhett Lauder. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip, but he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy's a competitor, and we'll watch how he works in this one.
Inside.
No, that missed.
Ball 2. There's the strike at the knees. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Outside of the breaking ball. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. This team, Chris, not one that gets a lot of production from hitting homers, so they've got to find offense in other ways.
Yeah, Boog, hit sequencing is so important for this team. You know, getting that walk at the right time, coming up with that next knock or extra base hit so that you can actually play to run. If not, then you see the record go in the direct opposite direction of where it could go. So, you know, a team like this, the good thing, they're going to battle, they're going to put the ball in play and hope that they can find those holes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Chopped left side. Stewart slings to first. Quick start here this evening. 2 out. Top of the first.
Batting third, the second baseman, Bryce Turang.
2 down, base is empty. Bryce Turang up now for the Brewers. Lauder, 24 years old, a former first-round pick in 2023. Popped up left side. De La Cruz should have this one. And that is that. Now it'll be the Reds' turn. No score. This is Brewers baseball on the show, Wisconsin. Back here at Great American Ballpark, and taking the ball for Milwaukee, Shane Drowan. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you needed a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
3-1 now. Fastball for a strike. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. That one misses.
Take your base.
So a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Ellie De La Cruz getting ready to hit. Late with the swing there. Up the middle, and That's a base hit. Lead runner around second. And now runners at the corners, nobody out. So because of the injury, a replacement needed at third. Here's the pinch runner for Cincinnati, J.J. Bleday. Dane Myers, the next to hit for the Reds. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Huge strikeout there. Here's the lineup for the Reds. And Singy against the southpaw on the mound. The Skippers loaded this lineup with righty bats.
Certainly following the conventional wisdom here, Boo. That extra split second can make a big difference for a hitter. So these righty batters will need to take advantage and make this tactical move pay off.
Now at the plate, Sal Stewart. And that one fouled off.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. On the ground to the left. That's a base hit. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Well, the strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and he'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Spencer Steer now at the plate. Hit on the ground to short. Off balance feed. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. But they pick up one run on the RBI single. It's an early 1-0 lead. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Here's the Brewers catcher now, William Contreras. Ball. Way out front for strike two. Our plate umpire, Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, with Hendricks, Boo, kind of interesting. He's a good, consistent umpire, but you do hear that he kind of favors one side of the plate more than the other. So it's really hard to know for sure, but I think that usually it has to do something.
Oh, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way and gone. Into the second deck it goes, and it ties it up. It's 1-1. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident.
So, Singy, this is a little bit of a surprise. A guy known for line drives hits one over the fence.
Well, if you're a little too early, you'll get some elevation in the ball, get out of the ballpark. For him, it's kind of a mistake. But you know what? When you have such a good approach, every now and then you're going to run into one.
Andrew Vaughn now, and 1-2.
But you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the top of the second. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 1-2. Stays alive. The 1-2. Swings through it for the catch. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with two strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Now here is Garrett Mitchell. And he swings through that one.
No, that's it.
Tied up here in the early going. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well-executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
2 outs, base is empty. And now the right fielder, Sal Frelick. Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That one carrying. And he brings it into the warning track. Just 1 hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. All even now at 1-1. You're watching Brewers baseball on The Show, Wisconsin. Bottom half of inning number 2. In now for the Reds, Eugenio Suarez. And that skips in the dirt. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. A solo shot. And they jump ahead in the second. It's 2-1. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boone. We knew it wasn't coming back. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Next for Cincinnati, Noelvi Marte. This ball's chopped to the ground. Fires to first on the run, and he beats the throw. Shows off the wheels right there, an infield single.
That's why you run hard 90 feet. Take nothing for granted, especially when you've got great speed. I'll take the infield knock.
So up next, Tyler Stevenson. The 1-1. And a swing and a miss.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
With 2 strikes.
Now all even up. Just
that's the ball
missed.
down.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's throwing, good pitches, but even better takes. A pretty good break on the curveball right there. Maybe not as down in the zone as he would have liked, but deceptive enough to get that swing and miss. And if you don't catch that pitch out front on the barrel, it bears in on you pretty hard.
In now for the Reds, Matt McClain. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Well, you rarely ever see 3 curveballs in a row because that's one of those pitches that's most effective when you haven't seen it recently. You might see 3 sliders in a row, but right there, he was feeling that curveball and figured he could finish with that pitch.
This is J.J. Bleday.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform, but at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Left field. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And that's the 3rd out. Reds get a blast from Suarez. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Back here in Cincinnati. New inning getting started. Number 12 getting ready to hit. Just missed.
Ball.
Swings through that one. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. David Hamilton digs in now. The 1-1. That's in for a strike, a slider. And a 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Here's a 1-2. Struck him out looking.
Up next is Milwaukee. The designated hitter, Christian.
Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. Here's Yelich at the dish. 2 down, nobody on. Ripped, but it curls foul. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
Wise to just eat that. Otherwise, you risk throwing it into the dugout.
So, man aboard. Next for the Brewers, Jackson Chourio. Over to first, and he saved. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. And now it's 1-2. Now there's a bullet down the line, and it stays fair. Yelich flies around third. The relay throw, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Man, I think his legs are feeling good in this one. He really tried to stretch it there to go from first all the way to home, but he ran out of steam a little bit as he came around third. Great relay from the defense, a quick tag at the plate, and they cut down the run.
Bottom of the inning. In now for the Reds, Ellie De La Cruz. Just missed.
Well, these Reds showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Got him. One gone here.
Well, that's pretty much the dream 2-strike curveball. If you're the pitcher, hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Gets him to chase after that one. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
On the ground to third. Handles, throws to first. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
The third baseman, Sal Stewart.
2 down, base is empty. Sal Stewart, the next to hit. Hauls it in to end the inning. And 1-2-3 go the Reds as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead.
Just give me one more chance to shine.
Back here at Great American Ballpark, on to the 4th, Bryce Terang up now for the Brewers. The 1-1. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And a good start to the inning.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
And now it's William Contreras. That one missed. Line drive, base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Now just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And now it's going to be Andrew Vaughn in there for a strike at the top of the zone. And that is a big first out.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
To Elliott, second for 1. Back to first, not in time.
Well, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Sal Frelick up now for the Brewers. 2 on, 2 outs. Hard hit into the gap. 1 run will score. Runner around third. He will score, and they take the lead.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like you did right there.
So runner at second, 2 down. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Lifted in the air, out to left. Lede settles underneath it, and that'll do it. Brewers pick up a run on this RBI double. It's now a 3-2 ball game. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the 4th. Craig Yoho.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
In now for the Reds, Spencer Steer. Here's a 1-2. Fastball right back to the mound. Tosses to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Up next for the Reds, the designated hitter,
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. Next one misses. Ball 3. Movement in Milwaukee's bullpen. Grant Anderson, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. And there's ball 4.
Take your base. Ball 4.
He tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
1 down. Noel V. Marte, the next to hit for the Reds. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a ball popped up. Contreras under it. And there are 2 down.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Here's the Reds catcher, Tyler Stevenson. Yoho, 26 years old, and he was drafted in the 8th round in 2023.
That's a ball.
Fouled off down the right side. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Swung on, belted. Carrying well. And gone. A shot to the opposite field. And that's how they take the lead. It's 4-3.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. That cutter low and away can be a really tough pitch. You have to stay within your mechanics and trust that you can get good wood to it. Well, he did right there. Really nice swing, and he was rewarded for it.
So 2 down. Matt McClain, the next to hit for the Reds. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The 1-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. Cincinnati plates a pair on this homer. It's now a 4-3 ball game. This is Brewers baseball on the show. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. TJ Antone.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
David Hamilton now at the plate.
The third baseman, number 6, David Hamilton.
Foul tip straight back, and that squared him up in the mask. That didn't feel good. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. In time to get him. 1 away and the strikeout.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here comes Christian Yelich. That misses, and that's ball 3. In there at the knees for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Brock Burke, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Mole also getting ready. Payoff pitch. And ball 4 there. Tying run is on base.
Pretty good pitch on 3-2, right around the knees, but just no help from the umpire.
Now, Jackson Chourio.
The left fielder, number 11, Jackson Chourio.
Quick toss to first.
Hey,
Yelich dives back in. There goes the runner. Pitch misses.
That's up. That's a ball.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
Looks like the base runner had a pretty good feel on the pitcher's move. After that pick over, seemed to settle in, and he took off right away. Nice job of stealing second right there.
The 2-1. Fought off foul.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Out to short. Tosses to first, and they got him.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Bryce.
And now Terry Francona makes his way out of the dugout towards the mound, and he'll make a change. TJ Antone won't go any further, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for the
Sam
Reds,
Mole into the game.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base. So he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
This is Bryce Terang.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Now this one gets away from the catcher. And on the wild pitch, down to third goes the tying run.
Have to be really sure you can make it safely to third when you're in scoring position and 2 outs. Got to get that run across. Very important.
That missed.
Did
That's
a
the
nice
ball.
job of reading it. Gets to third base, now just 90 feet away.
William Contreras in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And now a full count.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Sets him down looking.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Go to work, baby, cook. Just be great, keep them shook. Make them watch, make them look. Let them know.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now here's the Reds leadoff man, J.J. Bleday. The 1-1.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Got him swinging. One up, one down.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
Now it's the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. Here's a 1-1. Late that time, and it's strike two. Got him. 2 away.
You know, variant speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location, but the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
2 down, nobody on.
That's a ball.
In the air to left center. And that will end the inning. Nothing across here this half. 5 innings complete. It's the Reds 4 and the Brewers 3. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far.
I can say that you're gone. Won't you let me know, yeah? I'm in an awful state, baby. You said you love me so, but I just don't know how long I can wait. How long do I have to wait?
And now William
The
Contreras.
catcher, William Contreras.
Here's a 1-1. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it's off the wall. Now a relay to second. Safe. And that's his 3rd hit.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
At the plate, Andrew Vaughn. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Man at second. Good job to fight that one off. Two down. Popped in the air. Left field. 1 away.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
Up next for Milwaukee,
Garrett Mitchell up now for the Brewers.
Number 5, Garrett Mitchell.
That's a ball low.
Down and in, moved his feet. Tapped in front of the plate, and that chance handled. Over to first, 2 away.
Up next for Milwaukee, the right fielder, number 10.
Now the Reds manager
Sal
is out of the dugout
Freeland.
and will make a move to the pen. Sam Mole out of the game, and he leaves a runner at third. So we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back.
Now pitching
New pitcher for the Reds,
number
Brock
49.
Burke.
And he may only have to face one batter in this spot. At least that's what they're hoping as he tries to strand that runner at third. Big spot here.
Sal Freeland getting ready to hit. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
That one to first, Steer. Takes it himself, and the lefty reliever does his job. Just one pitch to get the inning-ending ground out. Milwaukee leaves one. They still trail it here, 4-3.
Now pitching for
Back now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Grant Anderson.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Well, one-run game, leading off, Sal Stewart.
Ball outside.
Comebacker to the mound. Throws to first. Leadoff man retired in the sixth.
Up next for the Reds, the first baseman, number 7, Spencer.
Now here is Spencer Steer.
Ball
Activity
low.
in the bullpen for the Brewers. Joel Kuno getting loose out there. Sproat getting loose as well. That one finds the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Now 2 out.
Up next,
Eugenio Suarez up to hit down. He launched the solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
Strike 2. In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate. Reds go down quietly, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead. Back here in Cincinnati, we go to the top of the 7th. Number 12 digs in now. Berg in his 6th season, 29 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2014. Looking to get the tying run on base.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. This one in the air, center field. Myers on the move. He's got it, and there's one down.
Up next for Milwaukee, the third baseman, number 6,
David Hamilton, the next to hit.
A little surprised we don't see a pinch hitter here with the lefty-lefty matchup.
1-1 now. Late on that fastball. The Reds trying to hold a one-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. 98 miles per hour in the gun.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
So back to the top of the order, Christian Yelich up now for the Brewers. That's outside. 2 balls and a strike. Two down, nobody on. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. 2-2 now. And there's
That's
a
a ball.
Jackson Chourio in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And that one hammered, raging back towards the wall. Out of here. Christian Yelich leaves the yard, and we are tied.
That's a clutch hit in a big moment. You can't ask for a better time to get a swing like that. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
And now Terry Francona makes his way out of the dugout towards the mound, and he'll make a change. Brock Burke is done, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for
The left-hander on now, Caleb Ferguson.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Jackson Chourio will hit next. Tied at 4. Ground ball left side and foul ball. The 1-2. Called strike 3 on the baseball, and that ran back over the inner half. But this clutch home run gets us even again. It's now tied 4-4. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Set for the last half of the 7th. In now for the Reds, Noel V. Marte.
Noel V. Marte.
Misses
Nope,
just
ball.
off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. It's a leadoff
That's ball
walk,
4. Take your
and
base.
that's the go-ahead run.
Now, that's a really dangerous base runner to put on first, especially in a tie game. Now there might be some consequences coming from that mistake.
Tyler Stevenson, the next to hit for the Reds. The 1-1.
Way to
That's
lay
a ball.
off that pitch down. If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Runner on the go, and that one fouled off. In there, sets him down on strikes. Here's the second baseman, Matt McClain.
Well, with pretty good speed over there at first base, I think the pitcher's got to slow everything down. Hold the ball a little bit, step off, just try to break the rhythm and timing of a potential base stealer.
Runner on the go. The Reds with the go-ahead run at first. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's got a chance. And it bangs off the wall. Makes the turn at second, heads for third. Go-ahead run holds up at third as the ball comes back in. Second and third after the double. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Here's the left fielder, J.J. Bleday. 2 on, 1 out. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
On the ground, right side. Vaughn steps on the bag. That's it out.
Up next for the Reds, the shortstop, Ellie.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Grant Anderson done for the night, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
Trevor McGill will take over here.
He's having a ton of success facing left-handed hitters this season, so this seems like a smart move to turn to him with a lefty at the plate.
Big at bat coming up with Ellie De La Cruz stepping in. 2 on, 2 outs. And fouled off. In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. Chop to the left side. Fires over to first. They miss a big chance to take the lead here late. Reds strand a couple. Score remains tied at 4. Back here at Great American Ballpark, we go to the 8th. Bryce Terang up now for the Brewers. Tied at 4. Fouled off. He was late.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Bird gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it.
To first, 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. And here is Andrew Vaughn. That misses the zone.
Down.
Ball 3. Garrett Mitchell in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. He dives, but he can't make the catch. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Here's the center fielder, Garrett Mitchell. The 1-1. Smash to the left side. They get the force, and that will end the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. And we are tied 4-4. On to the bottom of the 8th. In now for the Reds, Dane Myers. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. The 1-2. Ground ball to the right side. And he can't come up with it. And they get it. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out.
The third baseman,
Now it's going to be Sal Stewart. All tied up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Ball.
Movement in Milwaukee's bullpen. Joel Kuno preparing to come on if needed. Patrick also throwing. The 2-1. That one at triple digits.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Ow. 2 away now after the drop third strike.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Spencer Steer, the next to hit for the Reds.
Ball.
Two down, nobody on. That one ripped left field. Carrying well. And it is out of here. And they grab the lead in the 8th. It's 5-4.
Well, the best home runs are the ones that give your team the lead. That's a great feeling right there.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So 2 down. Now a chance for Eugenio Suarez. The 1-1. And a strike right through there. That one in triple digits. Two balls,
That's
two
down.
strikes
That's a
to
ball.
count with 2 outs. Registers the punch out and hits 101. 1 hit in the inning, a solo homer. Through 8 full, Reds lead this one 5-4. Last chance coming up for the Brewers.
Can you feel it too? 'Cause you got to run.
We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Tony Santiago.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and you see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
The 2-1. Swing and a chopper. Steer. He takes it on his own, and the leadoff man retired here in the
up
9th.
next for Milwaukee, the shortstop, Cooper Pratt.
Here's the shortstop at the play.
Ball.
The 2-2. Foul off the plate. They'll do it again. The next pitch
That's the
misses.
ball.
And now 3-2.
That's a really good take.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Just one out remaining for the Brewers. Next to hit, David Hamilton.
Now, this guy, a player that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
Grounds one to short. De La Cruz on the run, sends it over to
Get out
first,
of there.
and that'll do it.
Well, this turned out to be an exciting, very well-played game. Always feels great when you can take the lead in the 8th at home. Come out in the 9th, crowd will be behind that pitcher as he tries to get those final 3 outs. Everybody goes home happy with a win like this.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.